Good morning, pilots. Well, it's morning right now when I'm recording this, and it's whatever time you're in my classroom right now when you're watching this. We are going to do a little warm up for planks today because once a week we do plank contests. I am not competitive, however, my middle schoolers are, and they love to see who can hold the longest plank. The record in this class is 21 minutes to an eighth grader, Marco, who actually did it in sixth grade. Held plank for 21 minutes in this classroom. We're not going to try to do that right now. We're going to do a little bit of warm up, so those of us who want to participate in plank contests are going to be ready. So we'll just begin by laying on our back, right? So lay down on your back, take your feet to the outside of your mat, let your knees fall together. Take a second to feel your spine on the mat, feeling nice and comfortable. All the little bones in your back. Take a breath here. Maybe find a little dot on the ceiling to look at. And we're going to do some very gentle core work. That means crunches. All right, so let's start by taking our legs and reaching them up to the ceiling and cross one ankle in front of the other. Cool. Now put your hands down by your hips. Take a deep breath in. Look straight up at that dot again. As you breathe out, try to reach your toes forward, and maybe you hover them an inch off the floor. Is that hard? Good. Now breathe out. Let's push it back up. Good. Breathe in. Let the legs come forward nice and slow. Maybe you come to a hover, and then breathe out. Come back up. One more like that. Breathe in. And out. Nice work. Now switch the cross of your ankles. Breathe in. Go down. Breathe out, go up. Again, breathe in. And out. Only go as far forward as feels sustainable for you. Last one. Sustainable means you could do more. Good. Now let the legs go. Pull your knees into your chest. One of my favorites. Take your hands behind your knees, rock the boat. So we're going to roll to our shoulders and then our hips. Good. Do this a few times. Enjoy the squishing sounds of your yoga mat. If you're on a blue mat, this might be a little bit more painful because those aren't as cushiony. And then from here, let's come up and sit. Sweet. So we'll come into plank pose. So taking ourselves back to a high plank pose, spread your hands under your shoulders. Try and get your back really straight. So I'm looking forward just a little bit at the top edge of my mat. Now, if this is too much, go here. See how long you can hold this position. Yeah? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Now we're going to do side plank. So turn to one side, lift your legs up. Lift this arm up. Now, if it's too much, you could take this bottom leg down and just feel supported here. Still breathing. Maybe you look up at that top hand. Good work. Now, if you're here, maybe you stack your feet. Maybe you lift one foot. Maybe you do tree pose. Good. Now come back down. Let's do a child's pose. Knees to the floor, hips go back, hands can be forward or back by your sides. Sweet. Let's do that facing the other direction or on the other side. So hands to the mat under your shoulders, stepping your legs back here or having your knees down here, breathing in your plank. Going to your side plank from here. Maybe your feet are staggered. Maybe this bottom knee is down. Top arm can be up. Gaze can be up or down. All the different leg variations. So staggered feet, feet stacked, leg up, tree pose. Good. Nice work, y'all. All right, let's come back down, child's pose. Squeeze those wrists out if they need a little attention. Awesome. All right, next we're going to do dolphin pose. Dolphin pose is like a down dog except on your elbows, requires a ton of strength. So you take your hands underneath you like this. Some people like to interlace their fingers. Others like to keep their arms parallel. Press your legs back into your plank. Now, here's our plank that we do for plank contest, right? My hips aren't up here. They're not down here, right? My knees aren't on the floor. I'm in a plank and I'm breathing. Good. Let's take this for 2 breaths. Well done. Now let your knees come down and come up and sit like so. Beautiful. We'll do just a gentle stretch for the front of the body, walking your hands back. Maybe that feels nice in the front of your belly. There's one other pose I like to teach you that we can do after plank that feels really nice. It's an upward dog, right? So you start on your belly, you press into your hands and your feet, and you lift up. Big stretch for the belly. And then we'll come back to our child's pose. Take a breath. And then walk your hands back. Next is plank contest. So how long did you do in plank last week? That's what you're trying to beat this week. You're not trying to beat the person next to you. You're trying to beat your own best score. So good luck.